And now to another mystery right in our own backyard. A family fighting for justice after a 10-year search for their missing grandmother in Roswell. This is a picture of Jean Ponders. Little did this family know, police in another state spent the last decade trying to identify a body they called Grandma Doe. 11Alive's chief investigative reporter Brendan Keefe takes us through the mystery that crossed state lines.
My mom was a wonderful mom. 3 children, 7 grandchildren, 2 of which she never got to meet. Is somebody harming her? Is she homeless? Does she need help?
Jean Ponders vanished a decade ago. Roswell police picked up the case in 2015 when the retired teacher's sister reported her missing.
What happened to your sister's bank account?
She depleted it every month.
Not Jean Ponders, someone else, wearing a mask years before COVID, caught on camera stealing the grandmother's pension while she was missing.
Someone every month was withdrawing the maximum amount from the ATM, that $500, to the tune of more than $100,000 just from the ATM.
Oh, yes.
Abandoned house, no one lives in, and the grass is very high. We went to the back and there was a body that was curled up on its side.
Lincoln, Alabama, May 2012. Police in this small town were missing something else, a name.
Was there anything unusual about this right from the beginning?
Yes, there was no ID, there was no car around, there was no clues to who this was. The medical examiner said that she did have lung cancer and that was what she died of.
People don't just die of lung cancer in the back of an abandoned house with no identification on them.
We knew that she was placed there. Someone had placed her there and left the scene.
You think she died somewhere else and someone dumped her body there?
Yes, we do.
Back in Georgia, Roswell police had a name for that masked figure withdrawing Jean Ponders' retirement money from the ATM, Tamika Jackson. But in the 9 months of 2017 between securing arrest warrants and actually arresting her, department emails showed the lead detective on the case was trying to solve another mystery. The detective's thumb drive was missing.
I have important documents, warrants, and search warrants on there pertaining to the missing elderly female, Miss Jean Ponders, not to mention other cases too.
The detective offered a cash reward to fellow Roswell officers. First $25, then $75. Finally, a sergeant told her to stop sending all department emails looking for that missing drive.
This is a reply from somebody else that says, you can assign me to the case and I will detective it for you, ha ha ha. All jokes aside, I really hope it gets returned soon. This is my mom, and she was trying to find my mom, and somebody's making a joke about it. It goes back to the fact that she was a human. She's not a case.
Roswell police told us the missing drive did not contain independent case files or evidence, and its loss represents no barrier to their investigation. But just months after that thumb drive vanished, prosecutors dropped the indictments against Tamika Jackson for stealing more than $100,000 from Jean Ponders' account. It would take Roswell detectives another 3 years of investigating before Jackson was offered a plea deal for a single count of theft.
8 years probation, 500 hours of community service, no restitution for all of the money that she stole from my mom.
She won't serve one more day in jail. She won't have to pay back a single dime.
I think it's ludicrous.
Under a First Offenders Act, so in a couple of years, it's going to be like this didn't happen.
Right, she'll have a clean record.
Clean record.
She'll be able to say she was never convicted of a crime.
She basically got away with it.
Did you get a call saying, hey, we're going to make a plea deal with Tamika Jackson?
Never. Not one word. I don't understand why that a judge would make that ruling, especially with a missing person.
That entire time, Jean Ponders wasn't missing. She was buried here in an unmarked grave in Alabama.
We knew that she had to be someone's mother, she had to be someone's grandmother, sister, and we just wanted to give her her name back.
Jean Ponders. Lincoln, Alabama used a special DNA technique and forensic genealogists to confirm the identity of the body in Alabama just months after the plea deal in Georgia.
One police department had a name without a body, and you had a body without a name. 2 detective units at 2 different police departments working the same case.
Yes, and didn't know it.
This is all very surreal. I mean, we didn't know where she was for 10 years.
I mean, she was thrown out in the backyard of an abandoned house. Somebody had to take her and dump her there, and nobody's been charged.
At the same time Jean Ponder's name was revealed, Tamika Jackson's was hidden. Roswell police records improperly redacted the convicted thief's name because of a system error in Georgia's court computer.
I couldn't even get her name because they had mistakenly, the system indicated that she was never prosecuted when she'd actually pleaded guilty.
When this is over and she's completed her probation and she can walk away from it like it never happened, we don't get that ability. We're not going to be able to walk away from this like she never happened.
Tamika Jackson and her attorney did not return our calls, emails, or texts. Roswell police declined our request for an interview, saying it's an open investigation with Alabama and the FBI.
So, Brendan, what happens next with this case?
That's a great question. Currently, Jackson is not facing any charges. Lincoln police also say their case is still open a decade after Jean Ponders was discovered. They're investigating the dumping of her body as abuse of a corpse.